So this was me in Johannesburg, South Africa, waiting for my flight to Norway, and we were connecting via Doha, and here I was setting foot outside of Africa for the first time. So this is the airport in Doha, and it was quite a fancy one, and also nothing could have prepared me for how hot it is in Doha. Anyway, so then we proceeded to Norway. I say we, but I was alone. And yeah, so this was the airport in Norway. About 17 hours later, I just arrived in Norway. Yeah. I'm impressed by how thorough the immigration was. They asked me some questions, asked me to show them where I'll be staying, why I'm here, which I've never experienced before, but I guess it's a good thing. But yeah, this is Oslo. Now I need to figure out how to catch a train to us from Oslo. Yeah, come with me. So it took about 45 minutes for my bag to come out, and I was so nervous because I thought maybe it got lost, but I got it eventually. And then I got a ticket to get a train to the main station, and then I changed trains and took a train to the small town I was going to, which is actually pronounced Os. Yeah, and it was a beautiful train ride, and my host picked me up from the station and she dropped me off at my accommodation. And I immediately decided, you know what, I'm gonna take a walk, enjoy the daylight, and breathe the Norwegian air. The streets of Norway. Gosh, this place is so beautiful, so picturesque. Honestly, it doesn't take a lot to impress me, and 1 hour in, I was already in love with the nature and just how beautiful this place is. I mean, look at this. This is not the National Botanical Garden. This is nearly the university campus, and just look at it. So this was a new day, which started by me visiting the campus a little bit, and then after that proceeding to the research institute. Morning, I'm walking to Nofima. As you can see, it's a very beautiful walk filled with sights and sounds of nature. Yeah, it's 14 degrees today, so not too bad. Oh, hello. So the walk to Nofima was about 1 kilometer long, but it felt so short because of how beautiful the views were on my way. So anyway, at the end of this day, I decided to go grocery shopping. So first of all, buying this product was a big mistake, and here's why. So I'm here in the laundry room, right? I want to do my laundry. First of all, this is written in Norwegian, so that was the first hurdle or challenge. Second of all, I bought this. It has 3 sachets, so I thought, let me buy this because I'm only here for a week. I don't need a lot of washing powder. Only for me to get here and first of all struggled with the machine, and then a kind Norwegian man walked in and he helped me. And then as I was about to put this in, he was like, actually, that's wrong. That's not. Turns out this is soap used to wash the machine. So he gave me some of his washing detergent. Yeah. So that's something funny that happened to me today. Like, I just found it so funny. I'm not even embarrassed. This is just hilarious to me. But yeah, that's my little story time. And back to the grocery shopping. So I didn't realize that I could press the British flag and then I would have gotten the English version. So I just struggled through it and guessed my way through it. I just winged it. I faked it till I made it. And yeah, thank goodness for universal symbols, because I would not have been able to manage. But eventually I figured it out. I paid and I left. This was such an adventure, not gonna lie. So this is everything I got, and this is what it cost me. So this was a new day, and at this point I was starting to get used to the fact that people here drive, walk and cycle on the right side of the road. So I finally got to Nofima and I got my drink. And one thing I really liked about this place is that they start work at 8, but then from 8:30 to 9, everyone just sits together and catches up for over like a cup of coffee. And I think that's so cool. And then on top of that, they have these amazing breakfasts and lunches that you get for free if you're a visitor, or if you work there, it's just part of the package. And it's so cool because you don't have to worry about what you're gonna have for lunch, and it's so healthy, such wholesome food.
Looks like a nice weekend in Helsinki, so I'm looking forward to it. But you will go a little bit to Helsinki.
So after work that day, my very kind host decided to take us out for dinner to a small, beautiful, beautiful town called Drøbak. It also happened to be apple season, and it also turns out that apple trees are the most common fruit tree in Europe because they were everywhere. So we all had this seafood soup, and I know it looks suspicious, but trust me, it tasted much better than it looks. And yeah, it was amazing. And then I had this ice cream for dessert, which was also really good. And then we watched the beautiful sunset, and this was so gorgeous. So this was a different day where my colleague and I went for a tour of the city of Oslo, and we took a bus from Os.
So this is actually artificial. This wall is like construction on the water, and in the front you can swim. It's quite nice.
Okay, what do you mean by artificial?
So it's not land. It's built on tiles.
Okay.
You have the new museum here, but it's
Okay.
famous Norwegian.
Oh, these buildings are really nice. Okay. So we started off by visiting the Oslo Public Library, which is Norway's first and largest library, and as you can see, it's really gorgeous. Yeah, this was our first stop because I needed to attend a quick meeting before we officially started our tour, and I'm so glad I came. And then we went to check out the Oslo Opera House, which is apparently famous for its architecture, and I think you will see why. Also, we came across this very confident bird, which is apparently being tracked. I don't know. Okay. So, our next stop was on the other side of the city, and for this reason, we decided to grab a bike and a scooter for me. Not gonna lie, I was nervous at first, but eventually I got used to it, and I had so much fun on the scooter. Oh my word, I really miss it. So, this is the Oslo City Hall, which was constructed between 1931 and 1950. And what I liked here were all the different colors. Yeah, quite a nice hall. Apparently, some people still get married here. And then we decided to take a boat tour, and this was truly so beautiful. We saw so many little islands, and it was just so nice and peaceful. I enjoyed this. This is the Royal Palace, which apparently houses the Norwegian monarch. Very beautiful garden, also. We also then checked out the Vigeland Sculpture Park, which is the largest sculpture park in the world, and It is a tribute to the complexity of humankind. And yeah, every figure represents a different stage of life. So here we were in a tram, and this was my very first tram ride, which was so cool because I always see these in the movies. We had dinner at this restaurant, which is a traditional Norwegian restaurant which sells locally sourced food and traditional Norwegian cuisine. And then I took a bus back, and this was 9 p.m. The next day was my last day, and so we had cake. And then I was off to Finland, where I spent the next 2 weeks. So yes, Norway was amazing, and thank you so much for watching. Bye!